Hey, this is my month vlog for June 2021. So June, it went by super quick. It feels like time is speeding up. So I started the month with a nice trip down the coast with Haza, and we went swimming in the sea. We've had some very beautiful weather, so I've spent time outdoors, running and cycling. Now that a lot of the lockdown restrictions have been lifted in Edinburgh, it's been really good to be out and about, heading into town, meeting up with friends, hanging in the park and drinking beer in some pub gardens. And it's been really good to reconnect with people that I've not seen in a long time. I have been out and about with some people from some of the running groups that I go to, both running and a little bit of cycling. So it's been really, really good, as well as seeing friends, to see people that I don't know and meet new people, which is something that in the last year I've done very little of. One of the best parts of my month was that I took a couple of days off to cycle down to Peebles for an overnight cycling trip. I bought a bike at the end of last year that's good for cycle touring. I bought some panniers. So just strapped my tent on the back of the bike and headed down for one night's worth of camping. The route there and back was great, a little bit of traffic heavy in Edinburgh, but once you're out in the countryside, it was so good to be out and about in the peace and quiet, in nature, and spending the day on a bike. A little bit tiring, but hopefully I'll be able to do more of that this summer. If anybody wants to see the route, I posted that on Komoot, so you can share and adjust as you see fit. I've done a bunch of reading this month in preparation for the Inter-Intellect Reading the Greats salon on Machiavelli. This is a period of history that I'm really interested in, so I read The Prince, lots of commentary and essays on it, but also some books, The Medici by Mary Hollingsworth, talking about both the rise and then fall of the famous family of Florence, and another book called The Artist, the Philosopher and the Warrior by Paul Strathern, who's just got a new book out on the Florentines, which is on my to-read pile. It was really good reading around it, and I got to discuss that with the book club just in the first week of July. I'm also interested in reading about climate change, so I'm going through some of the more popular books of the last 10 years, trying to figure out what I think about that, adjustments that I can make to my life, and also investigating policies that might have the biggest impact. Work-wise, it's been busy. I had a consultancy contract for a couple of weeks this month, working on no-code and low-code tools. It's not something I've done a lot of. Being a coder myself, I tend to just work without those tools. But I did a bit of consultancy, looking and assessing at some of the tools and seeing where there were some edge cases with data and workflow where we had to provide very small services in order to make those workflows go easier. So I did a bit of consultancy in that. It was really good fun. I think that the no-code tools and movement are going to be very powerful and more relevant for people over the next few years. So I'm excited to have done a little bit in that. I think, on the other hand, there's also still a need for education about computing related topics. So thinking about data structures, data management, the composition of services, error handling, testing, knowing about concepts like queues and stacks and so on, that are still needed for orchestrating no-code and low-code tools together into workflows. So I'll be trying to develop some more thinking around that, looking at what other people have got to say, but also getting down my own notes from my own experience of building software, and I'll hopefully be putting those together for Teleco, my business, in order to roll out to other clients in the next few months. I will be looking for more work in August, so if you want me to work on software projects for you, I'm experienced with JavaScript, Node, React, various other frameworks like Gatsby, Next.js, and content management systems like Contentful. So if you've got a need for someone to come into your team or help develop some ideas that you've got, please do just give me a shout. So that was my June. On to July, which I am looking forward to, and I will do a vlog update at the end of the month.